changing your life one story at a time. This is the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast with Editor-in-Chief Amy Newmark.
Hey, it's Amy Newmark with your daily dose of Chicken Soup for the Soul inspiration to make you simply happy. It's Thoughtful Thursday, and I want to talk today about why we exercise and why we should be exercising. I think we've all seen someone who obsessively exercises. I know I've seen this woman running on our street when there are 6 inches of snow, and she's already painfully thin. And I worry about that kind of person. Is she anorexic? Is she running away from something, not running towards something good, like a healthy glow and the feeling of being connected to her body? So I really liked a story by Kelly Smith in our most recent book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Curvy and Confident. It's about treating your body properly and being fit just to feel fit, not because you're trying to change your appearance. Kelly tells us in her story that she remembered being forced to run in high school, and she hated it. She was on the volleyball team, and they had to run round and round a track in the summer in the heat. She really didn't want to ever run again until when she was in her 30s, a bunch of things happened that changed her mind. First of all, one of her friends died, and then another one of her friends was diagnosed with a degenerative disease. And then Kelly couldn't get pregnant, and she'd been trying for a decade. She was out of shape, she weighed 60 pounds more than she thought she should, and her body wasn't getting pregnant. She'd really given up on her body doing anything she wanted it to do. And then she noticed that her friends somehow looked like they felt alive when they ran. She saw them rejoicing after they ran a 5K, and she wanted to feel alive too. So Kelly put on some running shoes, and she downloaded a training app to her phone, and then she set out to try to run. She decided to start with a hill that was in front of her house, and she ran up the hill. She says you might not want to use the word running to describe what she was doing. She says it was more like a sloppy jog, and she called it that for so long that she began to refer to her slow, sloppy jogging as slogging, which is actually what she called her story. But what Sarah was doing was reintegrating with her body. This is something that we talked about a lot in our Curvy and Confident book, and it was one of our cornerstones when making that book, the mandate to reintegrate with our bodies. Instead of saying to yourself, I am me, and me is my brain and my head, and then my head happens to be attached to this body that I don't like, which doesn't look the way I want or doesn't do the things I want. Instead of that me versus my body attitude, we say, no, you are one unified entity. Your little toe way down there at the end of your foot is as much you as your brain is you. So that's what Kelly was doing when she ran. But any kind of exercise will accomplish the same thing. It will reunite you with your body. It won't be you versus your body. You'll be an integrated person again. Kelly says, each time I went slogging, instead of sleeping or eating or shopping, I was taking back control of my body. Soon I was managing longer runs. A 6-mile workout was not uncommon on the weekends. She eventually even ran a half marathon. She says, it was beautiful and exhilarating and one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. But it was also 13.1 miles of fun. She says she didn't run to change her appearance or lose weight, and she didn't lose those 60 pounds. What she did do was say hello to her body, reintroduce herself to herself from the neck down. And then, miracle of all miracles, after Kelly reunited with her body, after 12 years of infertility, you know what happened. She got pregnant too. So Kelly's new life truly became a new life. She says that starting to exercise again was a life-altering experience for her. Each slow, jogging step she took carried her closer to being a confident person who was satisfied with herself. And she says that through slogging, her slow jogging, she found, as she says it, the old me. She says the old me, the one I'd given up on, was still in there. I just had to run far enough to find her. So that's the message I got from this story. Do any kind of exercise, whatever kind you like, not what someone else tells you you're supposed to like, and reintroduce yourself to your body. Reintegrate with that whole thing by just plain moving it in some way. Tomorrow is Friend Friday, and we'll be talking about moving our bodies again. But this time, in honor of the Super Bowl, which is coming up this weekend, we'll be talking to Ray Lewis, the former NFL superstar, who is now a motivational author and speaker. Ray's going to tell us why he thinks Atlanta's going to win, and he's also going to talk to us about his philosophy on how to tackle life. Thanks for listening to the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast today. You can join our 2 million followers and fans on Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, or Facebook, or you can visit us at chickensoup.com.